What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, as you know, JASMY coin is one of my top positions that I hold. Not necessarily the most money that I spent on it, or even the top of my portfolio. It's up there because it's grown, but it's one of my favorite positions because it's one of those positions that you bought at a lower market cap level you believed in for a while, and then obviously it grew to billions of dollars. So you don't see those often where you invest into something that's worth millions, it could be tens of millions or even hundreds of millions, and then it finds a way to get to higher levels of a billion or $2 billion, and then even has the ability to go a lot further than that. So Jasmine coin is one of those, right? One of my favorite positions. Um, and I've gotten a lot of questions lately about what my plan is for Jasmine coin and where I see it going this year, as well as getting into next year and what the peak price is going to be. Now, I've mentioned that my peak price, or basically where majority of my Jasmine coin will be out of my possession, would be around the $1 to $1.50 price. But that may be in 2026. What's going on in 2025, right? Are we going to see higher levels, and what's my expectation on where I believe it's going to be in 2025 by the end of this year? And hopefully you guys can get some information from this and maybe create a plan for yourself as you move forward. So if you guys could, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out any of my links down below. It does help out the channel. You can check out my link for Twitter, for Patreon. Those links are in the description. You can also check out my link for BTCC. If you're interested in leverage trading, you can leverage trade Jasmy coin over there. I believe up to a 50x leverage, but I never recommend that. I would recommend doing, maybe a 2 to 10x leverage, whatever you feel comfortable with. Whatever is going to, provide you with the amount of risk that you need in order to gain a decent amount, but not too much risk to where you lose everything. But feel free to check out my link for BTCC. You can get a 10% deposit bonus when you specifically use my link. Extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees, and you can trade again for other positions all the way up to a 500x leverage. So feel free to check out that link down below at the top of the description and get started today. Here's some examples of some positions that I currently own. I did just profit off of an XRP trade today, but here's some ones, right? I have some positive investments. I have some negative investments. I have a Jasmy coin investment at a 2x leverage, basically at the 1.3, 1.4 cent level, currently standing at about 1.5 to 1.6 cents. So again, check it out. Link is at the top of the description. Jasmy coin. Where does it stand as of right now? So currently, it's at a 1.564 level, right? 1.564 cents, approaching the level of 2 cents, and we want to see it break that level. But there's no rush to do so. It's currently sitting at a $773 million market cap with $50 million worth of volume. That's definitely lower compared to the volume to market cap ratio that it typically has, right? We see 10 to 30%, and now it's sitting at about a 6.5% volume to market cap ratio. The holders, 94,000, almost 95,000 holders, with the 49.44 billion coins in supply. In the last day, it is slightly up by about 1%. In the last 7 days, it's down by 10%. In the last month, it's up by 22%, almost 23. And in the last year, it's actually down by 47.78%. It has decreased from that 2 cent plus level down to, even lows of right around the 1 cent level. Now, the highest point that we did see it get to was about 6 cents, getting to a market cap, a pretty high market cap of 2.86 billion dollars. So I was very happy to invest in something that grew from low hundreds of millions, like we're talking about 100 million, 200 million, to a level of a billion, 2 billion, and damn near $3 billion. So I was very excited about that. Now with this and where this stands, many people have asked me what my prediction is for the end of the year. Where do I expect it to be? Well, my expectation, it doesn't mean that it's reality, right? It doesn't mean that this is what will happen. This is my expectation. My expectation is to see around 10 to 25 cents. That's kind of my ballpark and what I want to see by the end of the year as you see altcoin season thrive. And we're starting to see many altcoins that are making some moves. JASMY coin hasn't been one of those that have pumped up yet. We've seen a few, but not all of them. But I do expect it to get to about 10 to 25 cents. Now, in that range, what do I expect to do? How much do I expect to take? When do I expect to take my initial investment plus profit? And how much do I plan on gathering by the end of 2025? So if we go into my my exit plan spreadsheet, which my exit plan spreadsheet, just to let you know, I do have it over on Patreon. It's at the top of the posts, and you can click into the file and get that exit plan spreadsheet and build one for yourself, especially around JASMY coin. But this is what it looks like. I currently have 1 million JASMY coin that I bought at about 40% of a penny. And where it currently stands is, 1.5-ish, cents, which would give me that value of, let me go ahead and delete this really quick, which would give me that value of, that's 15 cents. I don't know why I did all of that, but 1.5-ish cents would give me a decent value. For some reason, I can't figure it out. 15,000. Jesus, $15,000. My simple math has just been all messed up. About $15,000 where it stands. I have 100,000 that's sitting on the side, and I don't plan on using it or doing anything with it. But only time will tell, especially as the prices get to the prices, and depending on what it can be and what it will be used for. That really all depends. But the 10 to 25 cent price range is my range of where I believe this is going to, or where I expect it to be at the end of this year. So between that 10 to 25 cent price range, I plan on taking 2 sells. Right, one at 200,000 coins. That's going to be at 10 cents, which is not far away from the all-time high that we saw, which was 6 cents. 200,000 is going to get me about $20,000 there, which would be 5 times what my original investment was of $4,000. And then also at 25 cents, I will take another 50,000, which would be another 12.5 thousand. Totaling for the year, I should be able to pocket, if that does get to these points, of $32,500. Now, that all depends if it does get to these levels. If it doesn't, and it somehow only gets to 20 or 15, then I may only profit, $20,000. But I do expect it to get to 10 cents, anywhere in between 10 cents to 25 cents by the end of this year. That's my expectation. Now, again, this doesn't mean that is 100% reality. This doesn't mean that it will get to 25 cents or it will get to 10 cents. This just means that I believe that this is the case and this is where this is going to go, right? So in my mind, it will get there, but in others, it might not, right? It might not make those moves. And, depending when altcoin season, truly hits its stride, that could be in 2026. I'm expecting to see it at the end of 2025, but anything could happen. We've all seen the crypto market do something different than what we believed it was going to do. So anyways, 32,500 is what I'm expecting as it gets to 10 to 25 cents, and then leaving the rest in there, and then you'll see my entire exit plan maybe at a later date or a later time. But let me know what you guys are expecting to get out of this. When are you going to take your initial investment? When are you going to take some profit? Are you going to take it around that 10 cent level, 15, 20, 25 cent level? Or are you going to wait till it gets to $1 and just pocket 1 million or hundreds of thousands or however much you have? Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.